Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the greenest place I know, Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection. Laura, I want to know, like, what is the actual image behind you? Like, is like a corn, like, it's got to be corn, right? Is it a corn leaf stalk?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. I'm going to go with corn. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that would be my guess if it's just a really zoomed in piece there. But happy holidays to you. And today we're going to talk about gift cards and scams. And you're like, well, how could this still be going on? Folks, it's still happening out there. And you're going to share some alarming numbers with us that will back up the case that we still need to educate.
Absolutely. And we do talk about it all the time, but it turns out people are still using gift cards for paying people and not for giving. And so first we'll start with, if there's anything you remember out of this whole talk, it's gift cards are for giving. They are not for paying people. If someone asks you to pay in a gift card, it is a scam and you should stop paying attention. But it turns out scammers can convince their victims to submit payments via gift card all the time. And it's still happening. They'll set up fake sales listing or, other too good to be true sale offers that we often see. And they'll contact you and they'll demand those payments for outstanding debt, or they'll threaten to disconnect your utilities, all kinds of things. And the payment comes in the form of a gift card. So, first of all, no legitimate company is going to ask you to pay in gift cards. Certainly not the government. We often see these scams where people are paying the government or they're paying for their utilities. No company is going to accept a gift card as a form of payment. Certainly, if you're buying something online and you haven't verified the vendor and then the vendor wants you to pay in gift cards, that's also a scam. And why are they doing this? Why are they using gift cards? They're using them because they're impossible to trace. Once you use that gift card, once you scratch off the back of it and give those activation code numbers, that money is gone, and it's virtually impossible to get it back. So that's why they're using them, and that's why you shouldn't be using them as a form of payment, because once you do, if you're scammed and you use a gift card as that payment for the scam, there's very little regulators can do to help you. And the reason why we're talking about this is because you're right, people are falling for it. 40,000 people in the first 9 months of 2021 reported to the FTC that they've fallen prey to this scam, and they paid $148 million in gift card scams.
No way.
And as we know, that's the tip of the iceberg. Not everybody complains. In fact, most people don't complain, either out of embarrassment or because, as they know, the money's already gone, so they don't feel like complaining is useful. So that $40,000 number is really low. So in terms of what's actually happening. In 2018, gift cards were the most frequently reported method for payment fraud. So people are still, doing this. And this year, we're hearing that Target gift cards are the card of scammers' choice. You can also get, asked to pay in Google Play, Apple, eBay, Walmart, or other popular cards that scammers like. But certainly Target is leading the charge. Probably they don't want to be, but that looks like they are. So again, when you think about how to pay someone, and I want to talk a little bit to the younger people in the audience, because the reality is a lot of younger people are not as adept to these types of scams. They may be willing to pay people in a gift card, right? Maybe in a cash card, it seems like a reasonable form of payment to them. Our older audience knows to be a little bit more savvy about this, because they don't go out and buy gift cards to pay people. They pay people through the check or wire transfer or what have you. But it's the younger people that really may be more amenable to this scam. So thinking about targeting that group as well. One thing that the department has done to sort of address this, Jeremy, is last year we had a gift card campaign, you may remember, and we partnered with industry to get placards up at the point of sale of these gift cards. So when folks were going in to buy a gift card, there was a notice there that's asked you, hey, are you buying this gift card to pay off your utilities? Are you buying this gift card to pay off some guy in, Russia? Or are you buying this gift card for your kid or your grandson? So those stickers, we sent out about over 1,000 of those placards, those stickers last year. Really looking, we still have some. So if retailers or trade organizations are interested in getting some of these, contact us at our 800 number at our hotline, and that's 1-800-422-7128. We'd be happy to disseminate those cards to you or those stickers to you. And the other thing that we're willing to do is train businesses, train some of the retailers to understand what this gift card scam looks like. And so, if there's someone there buying tens of gift cards, certain amounts, just ask, and you mind telling me what you're buying those cards for? Are you familiar with gift card scams and some of the way and how they work? So happy to do some of that training.
Yeah, it's well, first off, the numbers are startling. That's a lot of money lost there. But it also, on the flip side, you're right, the not reported also makes it kind of interesting that you wouldn't report it because you think, well, it's already a lost cause. Not a good thing. You want to report these things as they happen. With the retail training and stuff and doing it, how do we how do we make that connection that the payments to these people, like how do we get that red flag to really go up? Is there consistent things that the scammers are doing that should make a red flag go off, or something that should spark you to be like, I got to think twice about this?
Well, the red flag is payment with a gift card, right? Sometimes you'll see an overpayment scheme. We might have talked about this last time where there was a tutoring overpayment scheme that we're seeing where you bought a good or a service and it costs a certain amount, and the scammer asks you to pay a little bit more and convince you to pay them back, either for some form of fees or that they have to mail you something, what have you. So a lot of times that is the red flag. But the reality is, anytime someone wants you to pay in a gift card, and if you don't know that person, if it's somebody you've never met before, and you're only engaging them in a sale, a buyer seller situation, they're trying to rip you off, and there's no reason to pay in a gift card. You need to pay in credit cards, or you need to pay in a form of payment that allows you some level of fraud protection. Or a check where you can cancel the payment on the check. Something that provides you some protection if you cannot verify that vendor, if your vendor is somebody that you've just met and you're a little curious about it. But the other thing is to continue to talk about this with the older people in your community and in your life, and making sure that you're describing these scams. One of the things that I like to tell folks is that this happens to people all the time, and a lot of times people are embarrassed about being scammed. But I was just at my book club the other night, and we were talking about my job, and we went around the circle ultimately, and everyone had an experience either by themselves or somebody they knew in their family or their friends, like not far removed, of being scammed. These are really common, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about. And the best way to protect yourself is to talk about these scams and let people know how they work. And so when you see a scam, the framework of a scam, and you're not going to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and reporting it is so important too, because it is forever changing, and the more information that we can get to DATCP and you can pass on to the federal government piece, we can continue to crack down on it. Also figure out the ways that it's happening too, because that's the other way, is that the schemes pretty much end the same way, paying gift card, but it's still, they might change it up 1,000 ways, but whatever information you can get, certainly you can use to share and protect people from making the ultimate mistake of paying with a credit card. And we need to get the t-shirts made or something that has that good saying on there.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right. Well, if people want to learn more about this or report a scam, how can they do so?
So they should call our 800 number and talk to our experts at the hotline, which is 1-800-422-7128. You can visit our website and learn about these scams and others at datcp.wi.gov. And you can also file a complaint on our website, or you can send a complaint to DATCP hotline at wisconsin.gov.
All right. Laura, thank you so much for your help again this season. And we'll talk to you one more time here before we close out the year. Appreciate your time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jeremy.
You bet. Report it, report it, report it. And please don't pay your bills with gift cards. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.